Alright guys, so I'm back and I am really half-assing this transplant. I really am. Um, I decided to go ahead and do it today. You know, I've been really considering it over the past 2 or 3 days. Was trying to make up my mind exactly when. I did slow down putting so much water into my grow. However, I knew eventually my plants was going to need nutrients. As far as the black beans, which is the biggest sprouts there. And again, I do not have them labeled correctly. I do not. My computer, I broke the computer, and I think my label printer only connects to the computer. I don't think it's wireless. So until I get that situated, I'm gonna work with what I got. And eventually either I'll get a new label printer that can I can use the phone with wireless, or I'll get a new computer and I'll or eventually, or if that takes a little bit longer than I want, then I'll just write the names on that bitch. It doesn't bother me none. So but for now I have in mind where I put everything, so certain things aren't labeled. And it was not my intent to turn on this garden right away. It was only supposed to be the aerial springs, but what I didn't do when I was germinating my seeds, I didn't count how many cell pods I was germinating to make sure I wasn't overdoing it. So yeah. And then I have some cells over here for bell pepper. As you can tell, it's labeled bell pepper, but then I put my bell pepper plants over there. So eventually I'm going to rotate as well. I have arugula, but I just put the arugula into the nursery, which is on a previous video. So eventually I'll put the arugula over here. So I'm going to have to still move everything once again all over again. I really wish I would have transplanted my black eyed pea plants a little bit sooner in the game. Usually I transplant them very young, but I always feel like, oh, maybe you're always doing it too early. Maybe you should, hold off and wait, blah, blah, blah. This time I held out and wait, and I don't care for how the roots came out and everything. It started to look like it was becoming root bound, so that's not good. But hopefully it thrives. Now let me tell you about all my ghetto-ness I got going on with this grow. So usually I make sure everything's clean and nice and everything. I have a brand new water into the tank and everything. This is the same water I used for my last grow. I usually pH, make sure I add my nutrients, then I make sure I water is at the pH I would like it to be. Usually I like it at 6.5. But this time around I put my plants in, and then I turn my water on, and then I put my nutrients in, and then I finally just pH, which I didn't show on camera, but in the morning, not in the morning. I have a lot of stuff to do in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll check the pH again to make sure it went up to where I need it to be. But it was at a 5, this one, so I put a whole bunch of nutrients. So I wanted to go up to a 6.5, a 7 would be okay. I went in, if it's a 7, eventually I'll pH down. But the goal is a 6.5. I like 6.56 for my plants. And then for this grow, same thing. I did it as backwards. So I checked the pH, and this one was like a 5.5. So I put some pH up in there in that one as well. Did I measure the pH up? No. Did I put nutrients in this one? No, I did not put nutrients in this one. So I'm hoping my plants don't die on me, y'all. I hope it don't die on me, because, when you transplant, you're already causing, stress to your plants. And then for me to put them in an environment that may not be 100% kosher, you know, you know. So I'm hoping all of that, we'll see by tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. We'll see how my plants are reacting to this. Now for the Debbie Downer. I have negative stuff to talk about. Look at my garlic. I moved it down here to the floor. And I pulled that one out of the hole because it's dead. It's dead. All of them is dead except for that very last one there. So I'm hoping I can get it to keep going for me. And I'll get some more garlic, which I think I got some more garlic in the fridge. And then I'll just plant those. I'll pull those four in there. Four that didn't work out. I'll pull those out and then I'll replant and try it again. I don't know if it's the compost I put in there. I don't know if it's because I had it inside the tower and maybe the lights was too hot for it and it was killing it. I added nutrients in there just because I wasn't sure what was going on. So I even put some nutrients in there. I kept putting water. Like it died. It died. I noticed that perhaps I didn't have the garlic deep enough in there. It was kind of like to the damn surface. So I was always supposed to go and get mulch and pick the mulch. I had mulch and my landlord or someone moved my mulch and put it in the trash. So I never put the mulch on top like I was supposed to. So maybe that was the issue. But I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try again until I get it the way I want it to be. So the garlic, this is my first time ever doing an indoor hydroponic grow with soil. These are using Rockwell and soil pots, which is like sponge. And this here is soil, and it's not working out for me, y'all. So we're gonna try again. It's okay. It's okay. Also, my potatoes. I'm just gonna start that whole situation over again, guys. And I want to try a different method with the sweet potatoes because I feel like the sweet potato slips aren't going to prosper either. And I think I have two regular white potatoes ready to go, but I don't know what it's called, like the roots that's growing out of the potatoes, they're like turning a different color. I've never seen that before. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get these two white potatoes to work out for me. And I'll also start the garlic over tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening when I get home and I'm able to relax, and because early on in the day I have a lot of running around to do. I'm going to be very, very busy. Yeah. So I think that's all I want to say. Do I feel like this grow is my best? My best grow, I think, was my first grow. My first grow, it was just like everything was perfect. Everything went perfectly. Maybe because I did everything the correct way. The second grow, I used this spray on it that killed all my plants. So this grow, and besides that, the grow was going absolutely great. And this is the third grow, I think, if I'm not mistaken, third or fourth grow. And this grow is going pretty okay. It's going pretty good, but I did just half-ass some shit just now with the transplant. And I did everything completely backwards. So I'm hoping it doesn't slow the growth down of my plants or kill my plants altogether. And the garlic, my first try at the garlic is a fail. I feel like it's a fail. I am going to leave that one that's growing in there alone and see if it'll continue to thrive. But those other four I'm going to pull out. Here we go. These other four I'm going to pull out. And I'm going to try those other four again tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll do a lot of things. Well, no. Tomorrow is what? Tuesday? Yeah. So, okay. Tomorrow I will put those white potatoes into the soil. Tomorrow I will check the pH of both towers. And tomorrow I will probably maybe start the garlic all over again as well. Yeah, and I think it's overdue for me to put these potatoes to the soil. So tomorrow evening I'm going to be quite busy with my gardening, and during the daytime I'm going to be busy with my family and also for myself. I decided to go after the Ozempic, so I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Not only for myself, I'm taking my mom to the doctor as well tomorrow for her regular checkup. And I want Ozempic, and I'm going to ask my doctor for it. And I'm not sure. This is a new doctor. I just moved to a new area, so I'm not sure if they're going to do it for me right away. But if he prescribes it right away, I'll be very happy. If he makes me wait, you know, to my next visit or a visit after that, then fine, I'll wait. But I'm hoping that I get it tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, guys. I'm hoping that that pH up, do the little bit that I put in there, I hope it does the trick. I did not measure anything. I just threw it in there. Just throw it in the tank. Just throw it in the tank. So that's what I did. Why? Let's address that too. While I'm here, why are my labels turning colors? Why is it turning colors like that, guys? Let me tell you why. Now, it's happening. It happened a little bit with my tower garden, just a little, but the rest of them really aren't like that. So, oh, okay. So, from researching, before I started my actual grow, I saw other people that had the Area Springs Tower was complaining about algae growing on the outside of their grow in those cracks there. And as you can tell, each label, I put it on a crack. So what causes algae? When the water, basically when the light gets into the tank or the water and the light mix together, it creates the algae pretty much. So all those cracks, water eventually comes out of those cracks. Not heavily, it's not noticeable, it's not like a big deal, but it does happen without you even noticing it. And then eventually you're gonna see green algae growing on the outside of your tank. Is it harmful to your plants? No. Would it kill your plants? No. Would it make you sick if you eat the vegetables that's grown within this? No, it would not. Is it cute? Hell no. Do you want it there and look ugly on your and filthy on your goddamn tank? No. So my solution was I'm gonna put labels on each and every one of these. Excuse me, at you. I thought I'll put labels on each and every one of those little lines there. And the lines is there, when you put this together, they're blocks. So you're basically putting the blocks up, and then it creates this big tower. So I just decided to put those labels there to make sure the algae doesn't grow. And it won't make my tower look all ugly and stuff. But eventually your labels do change colors. So these labels has been here since my old grow. So it is time to retire it. It's time to take those bad boys down. But like I said, I don't have my label printer is down right now. So until I get that up, I'm gonna leave those there. Now this is how the labels look before. This is the only one that has some damage to it. But these are how the labels look before. Now this is a different tower. I was going to put it in the little lines as well here, but I think this tower, let me zoom out. Okay. So I think this tower doesn't have the same issue as the Area Springs. And if it does, it's very minimum. It's very minimum, and you probably won't have any algae. I didn't experience any algae or any of those issues. And as you can tell, only one of my labels was affected here. So that's how it's supposed to look, all pretty and stuff like that. At least in the beginning of your grow, it looks like that. Towards the end, when it's time to harvest, it looks like this. But who cares when you have a big old rainforest inside your Area Springs grow bag. So grow tent or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, guys. I have fruit flies in the house. I have to get rid of. And yeah, it's late. I think it should be 12. I haven't eaten. Did I eat anything today? I've been so busy. I ate absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, and the last thing I want to say, that fan up there is not on. That fan up there is not on. So, and I'm not playing with this shit tonight. So I'm not going to zip up these walls. You don't have to have them laying all on the floor like that. I was just tired. Like I said, I was tired. I don't feel good. I just needed to get this done, and I didn't want to miss an opportunity to record I didn't want to miss anything as far as recording. So I went ahead and did this shit, but you can roll those up so they won't hang up on the floor. But I'm not doing all that because I have this in a Pacific area in my house. It's not disturbing anyone. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know but us? But I'm gonna leave it down because I want air circulation, and I'm hoping when I turn on my AC it doesn't kill, doesn't slow or fuck anything up. 'Cause I'm turning my AC on. I'm not living without AC. But if you want to create more humidity, use those bad boys on up and make sure that you have that fan up there to keep something circulating. I am going to buy a little small, little itty bitty fan to put over here to help out with the circulation with the Tower Garden, because it does not come with any type of fans. And when the last time I did my grow, I had problems with the white mold, which again, the white mold is not harmful to humans. It's not harmful for you to eat your plants, your harvest from that. However, who wants white mold on their shit? And what the mold is doing is eating the dead plant matter. It's eating the dead plant matter. So it doesn't do anything to you or your harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and go, guys. You guys have a blessed one. Blessings on blessings. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow evening. And I'll have multiple videos to upload.